I'm going to increase my mic volume. Hopefully that solves it. Oh, yes, that's a little bit better. Oh, can actually see the waves in my microphone.
Oh, yes, I love seeing the waves.
Oh, I just love looking at the dicks.
No, I'm talking about
the dicks
being on
I make with
No,
the dicks I make with my
beach.
voice.
You know what? That reference, okay, that's a deep cut.
That's a deep cut. Are you sure?
I'm like, hold on. I know this reference. That's fine. That's fine.
Sink in. Well, we don't have to sink anymore. Hello and welcome to the Black Mind Games podcast, episode whatever the fuck number this is. 367, I think it is. I don't know.
Something like that. We did a whole... I was going to say we probably said this before, did over a year of podcasting.
There's been over a year. Now we have to wait until 373, and then we can start talking about like palindromes and shit like that.
Yep.
373?
Or any other palindrome numbers.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
To our 10 listeners, thank you for listening to us for so long.
They're going to go back. Eventually, we're going to make it big, and people are going to be like, wow, you have such a backlog. And it's like, they're all shit.
Terrible.
Yeah, they're all shit.
Every episode.
Every single episode.
Bullshit.
Don't listen. I repeat, don't listen.
It's like watching Game of Thrones season 8 after watching House of the Dragon.
I haven't watched House of the Dragon yet.
Oh, no.
I've been told. I've told.
I need
good,
to,
but at the same time, it's also kind of. So.
I think Josh would love
You
it.
say that about a lot of things that Josh doesn't like.
Oh,
No, Josh doesn't even watch any of the things I suggest.
nope.
I'm like, Josh, you should watch this. I send him a video, and he goes,
I'll try. And I just go, video games.
yeah. I sent him a video. What was the last thing I sent you? Well, let's look it up.
I don't even know what was the last thing you sent me.
Oh, it was this thing clip.
The what?
And you did watch it. You did watch the thing clip. It's the blood test clip where they.
Yes,
Because I was describing how it feels like in order to do COVID tests and know that you're not sick.
Oh. Yeah, it's exactly that feeling
It
of
feels
just putting
exactly
the hot wire into the blood and seeing if it reacts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
what's
fuck.
gonna happen?
Oh, boy.
Is it going to jump out of this fucking container or is it not going to jump out of the container?
Yeah. So we got some topics from last week that we need to go over, and we got a correction. We got some updates on old topics.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll start off with graphics card news. Graphics card news, everyone.
Oh, yeah, I heard about the unlaunching.
Yeah, we gotta start putting some prices right music in this thing.
This is news to me because I heard rumblings of it, but I wasn't paying attention to it at the time. What the fuck happened?
we gotta put some prices right music because Nvidia decided that the 480 12 gig has too similar of a name to the 480 16 gig.
So they're actually changing the name.
They're changing the name.
Whatever at this point. I don't really care. I'm not gonna get a fucking 40. The fuck cares?
Allan's like, I'm gonna get the 50.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna. I don't need to update my desktop for another 2 years.
Allan, you should just go all AMD.
I will do whatever best parts suit my purpose.
Actually, at this rate, Nvidia is going to enter the CPU race, and then it's going to be even funnier. Your Nvidia CPU and your Nvidia GPU are only going to work together. They will only ever work together.
What else?
So yeah, other than that, the 480 is getting a name change. They're talking about it's going to be the 4080 Ti, not the 4080 Ti, the 4070 or the 4070 Ti. Personally speaking, if it was me, and this is my opinion, I would go 4075. Cut the difference, you know? Very clear.
I don't know about that. But again, I'm gonna let them make their fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, it's probably going to be great and bad at the same time. In other news, Intel, big company, large company. Some of us love it, some of us hate it, some of us love to hate it. Released the Arc A70. Now, if you're in the market for a GPU, Josh, are you in the market for a GPU?
Probably.
Yes. Josh, don't buy an Arc GPU, okay?
Oh, all right then.
I'm not going to fix it when it breaks.
Oh, no.
So what you should do is you should buy an Arc A75, A750, and an actual GPU you're going to use.
Ah.
Okay? The main thing with this one is GPU performance and stuff like that actually was pretty decent across the board. And then it performs horrible in some games and great in others. It's okay. It's literally okay. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, do I need to say anything else? What? So,
What else do we have updates on?
Well, we got one last topic we gotta go through. Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering.
Josh, this is your topic from last week. We didn't talk about it, I don't think.
I have to go. I have to go double check and see if we actually touched on it or not.
We did not. It's the most expensive Magic the Gathering product.
Oh yeah, I don't think we did. So this whole thing is so fucking weird and stupid that I'll explain the product first and try to keep your gasps to yourself, okay? just to try. So there's this product coming out celebrating Magic's 30th anniversary. So 30 years of Magic the Gathering, this tabletop card game's been out for fucking ever. They're like, all right, we're going to celebrate it by, putting out this product. And they're like, and everyone else is like, okay, cool. It's going to be, maybe people are thinking like, oh, maybe they'll put out some great ass product and everyone will buy it or something. And they were like, all right, so we're going to put out this box that has all of original Alpha printed shit from Alpha.
That fucking shit's happening. Right.
Yeah. So they're like, it has Black Lotuses, it has Accessor Recalls, it has all the Power 9. So it's a box of 4 packs for $999.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So so here's another funny thing about it. These packs, they're like they're regular boosters. Cards. And the cards, and they're randomized, and the cards are not legal in any tournament format because they're gold boarded. And also the back of them are completely different. The Wizards came out to say they're quote unquote proxy.
Oh my fucking
So they're literally putting the biggest price tag possible on pieces of cardboard that's not legal in anything.
And that is only good to be a collector's item. And that are randomized
exactly.
Too.
In fact, and they're randomized.
Holy shit!
So you could get 4 fucking hold up. I just realized card.
Something. Oh yeah, you can totally get a bunch of Black Lotus in these cards. They're not worth anything because you can't use them.
Yeah, like here's the funny thing. Here's another also thought process about this. If you're dumping that much money into this type of like product, It's like, why wouldn't you save just a tad more and you can actually go get the real fucking cards? It's like, the more you think about it, the more you're like, who in the fuck is this product for?
The only card you're going to struggle for is Black Lotus. That's like what? That's like what? 1,000,
exactly.
500 now.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty up there for especially the OG
if
one.
You're going to be going for Black Lotus,
and yeah, and like here's another funny thing: it's like these are proxies, and even Wizard says they're proxies. So you go down further rabbit hole and go, okay, so if these are just proxies, you're paying $999 for. Couldn't I just go find an artist to do commission work and it would be even way cheaper?
Like, but like $999 for a card that you can't even play with them.
Like you can. Here's the funny. Like here's the thought process.
It's a fucking weird flex.
Yeah, you can do.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the weirdest flex.
I was actually just listening to a discussion with one of my the YouTuber I talked to. We're just discussing this, and he's like, like Magic the Gathering is just fucking gambling. And this just emphasized the point for me. Holy shit. I'm happy I don't play Magic the Gathering anymore.
Yeah.
This is...
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
Well, here, another funny thing is that, like, this product just practically says from Wizards, it's okay to print proxies.
Yeah.
Basically. Unironic if they go to a tournament with some proxies in my deck. And if they're like, well, you can't use proxies, I'd be like, you printed a set that is nothing but proxies. It fucking bent your rule. That rule does not matter. That legit, as a legal standing, should be brought up in tournaments. Of you did that. That's a thing.
So it's. I mean, these cards are like fucking original alpha shit. So they're not like, and a lot of them have a lot of restrictions and stuff. So it's like, it's not necessarily tournament legal if you were to like if you're printing
proxies.
But at the same time, I'm thinking like if you're gonna bring this to like Commander or something, or even like a CEDH. Like CEDH, as far as I'm aware, they're even okay with you just doing a control copy paste and print your fucking shit off of a printer and then shove that in the sleeve and just go like, yeah, this is the shit I have in my deck, just so you can play at a high competitive level and everyone's okay with it.
Yep.
Like if like again,
it's not even that.
It's confusing.
What if you have like one of those like card sleeves that's just a solid back?
That's another thing.
Yeah, like what is the definitive characteristic of these cards? It's the back and the gold border. So that means that you could literally proxy this card in, and then the only thing that's going to show your opponent that you have an illegal card is the fact that you're going to play it and it has a gold border.
Yeah.
Like oh, holy shit, dude. This is so dumb.
Yep.
This is just...
And there's also a whole bunch of other things about it that it's like, the artists, like in the original printings of the cards, the artist's name was in the frame of the artwork. They for whatever reason edit those out, and also for whatever reason they edit out those names for whatever fucking reason, and also on the front of the cards, like the front of the cards that say whatever the fuck it is, the only way you can actively tell is like the little expansion symbol saying it's 30th anniversary on it. But it's like, and also it looks newer, like because it doesn't have a gold border, it's all black, and it's like these. Here's another funny thing about it. They did do this before in like 95 and 96 with their internet, with the, what was it called? It was like collector's edition or something. It was this exact same idea, their original alpha, the whole fucking thing for $50 fucking dollars. Now, I know that's 1995 money, but still, if you even compare it to inflation,
$1995 has gone from $50 to fucking $999. Damn artist.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, even with inflation, it's like that doesn't compare.
Yeah. Like, oh my god, oh my god. The term corporate greed comes to mind, and I guess they finally figured out something where they could just charge you guys whatever the fuck they want, and they just think that you're gonna fucking pay for it.
Here's the thing. There's my hypothesis of like who they're trying to aim for and who they think are gonna buy it. The first one is maybe they think Commander players will pay for it. And it's like, no, I'm pretty sure they're just going to control pace, because who the fuck is going to pay $99 for this? Or $999 for this? I'm thinking that they're trying to aim at the investors.
Well, the thing is that, like,
yeah,
the way you've already described it, all right, you can't use this in any sets. You can't use this in any game modes.
Yeah. Yep.
They're completely illegal in everything.
Yeah.
They're gold bordered, so they're, oh my god, like, the reason why the Black Lotus is so expensive is because you can actually use it.
You could only have one in a deck, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, you could.
That's the point of the statement. You can use it. The reason why, like, it doesn't make any sense. It's actually, like, straight up insulting, because it's like, if it was like cards are legal, you can have this is a set, and it's a full, and let's say it's a full box with half packs, but they're all reprints, and you can maybe get a Lotus in a box. That'd make more sense to me. But it's not. It's 4 packs.
Yep.
And I assume half pack size. So eight cards?
I think so. I want to say it's kind of collector boosty, if I remember correctly.
Because most collector packs I've not seen go above 8. I think they've done one collector pack.
Because if I remember correctly, the amount of rares you get in a pack and these shitty packs, I think it's 2. Like, it's not.
And I know, and as you said, you only get 4 packs per box. Holy fuck!
Yeah, and only 4 packs a box. So really, if you're just
fucked,
if you just
I gave this company money recently, god damn it.
I really think the problem with this product is because they got bought by Hasbro. And also they said in an interview
for years now.
Yeah, but I think it's simply because, like, Hasbro also said that they also said that they're gonna make like a 30% improvement over with Magic the Gathering products. It's like, where the fuck you think all this money's gonna come from?
But at the same time, I don't think that's Hasbro's fault.
I don't know. Like,
Hasbro is
so weird.
I know that.
Yeah.
Just look at what they've done to Transformers, and then look at Gundam's success as of late.
Hasbro's fault.
I know it's other people's fault.
Ironically, Hasbro's like the failure of Transformers is Hasbro's fault. No, what I would probably use is because Hasbro's adapted a bunch of other. But my big thing is that, like, you're sitting there, you kind of like I don't agree with you, Josh. I know you're like, I'm not trying to, because the more I hear it, the more I go, what the fuck is this bullshit? And it's the more it's just, I listen to it, I'm just like, what the fuck is this bull?
Here's even the funnier thing about it. It's like, I've heard a lot of people on the internet talk about it. Every single YouTuber with different backgrounds in Magic the Gathering and their point of views on it. It just comes across as like, even the dirty investors like Alpha Investments, Rudy, he talked about it. And he's like, he doesn't know who this is for.
It's not for the fans.
Yeah,
that's clearly
even Rudy was like, I'm not sure if I want to buy this. It's like, even he's questioning it.
I mean, here's the thing: it's like, this is Like, what is this? What the fuck actually is this?
Exactly.
Hang on, what does this say? What is this set called?
is
The
this
30th
designed-
anniversary set?
Yeah.
MTG
Oh, hold
30th
on.
anniversary.
I got a link.
We gotta look this
Oh!
up. We gotta look this up, man.
Oh my god, yeah. So the MTG LGS replicates the 30th anniversary pack of Weeble cards. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, I found the section where
Alright.
it says what's in each pack. It is just like a typical 15 card booster pack. 1 rare, 3 uncommons, 7 commons, 2 basic lands.
Okay, so. Alright, so apparently they may have backtracked.
So they've backtracked. That's good. That's good. Now it's $500 instead of $1,000.
Well, outside of the back of the card. Yeah, it's the back of the card that's gold bordered with different symbols. Okay.
Yeah.
Which still makes it legal.
God.
Holy fuck, that's so dumb.
So wait, hold on. So the back of the cards now.
No.
So the back of the card is not the same as a typical Magic the Gathering back. It's a completely different artwork. It still has the words Magic the Gathering on it, but it doesn't. It's not like the stereotypical. It's it's brown, beige, blue lettering. It doesn't. It has the 5 dots of each color. It doesn't have that. It has a picture of a black lotus.
Holy shit! Oh, okay. I gotta read this to you. I was just kind of skimming through this update by Magic the Gathering, Matt Basil. Swedish store sells the MTG 30th anniversary edition cards with real cards. So
That one
has created its
that
own
one's pretty
homemade
funny.
of the 30th anniversary, using the original old school sets. Holy shit! Fuck me. That's great.
Yep.
Oh my God.
They made a better thing. That's
Like, this is objectively terrible. Like,
yep.
So I use ground news in order for like checking out news sources and stuff like that. Make sure you have a healthy bias. Wizard of the Coast, I've just noticed something. Bias split across 5 sources. Republican.
God, I just saw something that just made me blow my mind. They didn't remove the artist's name. They just increased the size of the picture. So they're a little bit taller, so the artist's names are cut off at the bottom.
Oh
God
my
damn it.
God.
And no,
rather
unironically, here's the chat. Look at the first tropical island there, and you can see it. There's the artist name in the bottom left-hand corner, scribbled in there, and then you can scan over. You're like, hey, wait a minute, that's a little bit. Where's that dark line of like the water? Like it's definitely taller too. What the hell?
They didn't even intentionally try to do this.
Did. Because that's where you put all artists in. They put it in one of the 4 corners. They never put it in the center of the scheme. It's always in one of the corners. So, all you gotta do is just call in the picture. It's absolutely intended.
Holy fuck, man. This is stupid.
Oh my god.
I just love how I'm looking at the different.
I now want to buy this and then just like use it as like bait for Josh.
It would not be worth
I mean,
This is incredibly
I wouldn't
stupid.
be. I'd be like, why did you buy this, you dumbass?
Because it's funny.
Like,
Because it's literally funny.
I could literally get about half of these for way cheaper, like every other set. Like
for probably like half the cost, honestly.
Oh yeah. Like, man, it's just
I mean, I will say this though: the only card I actually kind of like the artwork of is the Black Lotus.
I like Time Walk because it looks like a freaking Prague metal cover
on this set, because outside of just fucking prejudice, if they fucking ever reprint that would be fucking amazing.
Oh, there was a thing about prejudice, and they're not going to.
Cocks. Oh my god.
Cunts, cowards, other words.
Yeah, no, this is just dumb.
Important.
Don't support Magic at this point. Don't put money into this shit.
Don't buy Wizards of the Coast product anymore. Buy your 40k decks, and that's about it.
I'm too deep.
You can stop.
Yeah.
Unironically, you can.
Josh, come play battle.
Pokemon's gonna fuck it.
Josh, come.
Actually, Pokemon. I mean,
Pokemon's made by Wizards of the Coast.
No, Pokemon is not owned by Wizards of the Coast.
But, I mean,
I'm not
I
joking.
could.
No, it's made. The card game is run by Wizards of the Coast.
I think at first, I got switched off to someone else.
It's like you can have Pokemon cards in sale in a shop and not have a tournament scene.
Yeah.
Okay, that must have changed.
Hang on, let me.
Because I know people play the Pokemon card game, but the thing is, it's mostly driven by collectors. So if there's that one certain card that you really need for a deck, well, be prepared to fork over $1,000 sometimes.
In the US, it was first published by the Wizard of the Coast. Who is it now? Publisher. Who's the current publisher? Nintendo, Hasbro, Wizard of the Coast. Who the come on, let me see who the fuck currently publishing. Pokemon Company International has been doing it since 2003.
Okay, so they got pissed off.
Hasbro had it. Hasbro basically had it for 5 years. But again, it's roughly this. Actually, it's less time. Oh my god! Creatures Incorporated Media Factory, which is a Japanese company that published it, had it for almost 20 years, and then it got switched over to Pokemon Company locally, and that's the same for. And then over here, I love the playtime. 2 to 122 minutes. I'm just like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate.
18 to 40 seconds. That feels short for setup time.
Josh, you should just get into, I don't know, what's a card game that you
Card
might
Fight
like?
Vanguard. No, don't actually do that.
No,
Don't. Actually do, because it would be funny to see you be like, look at my beautiful titty woman.
I mean, surprisingly, I think, I mean, the future changes all the fucking time, but what was it, Flesh and Blood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though it's a game type, that I'm like, maybe I should play it just a tad more of it, because I only played it once.
I just found this really cool information about Pokemon TCG. The first Worlds was held in Vancouver in 2013. Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
And then it was in Washington, Boston, San Francisco, Anaheim, Nashville, Washington, DC, and then it's going to be in London. It was in London this year. I actually saw it. I'm subscribed to the Pokemon channel for some reason. I don't play Pokemon anymore. Why am I subscribed to it anymore? But I saw that they had the big games going on, and then next year it's in Yokohama. Cool.
Huh. That's cool.
What else is going on out there?
What else is going on out here? What else is going on out there?
Fucking Magic.
Cartoon Network is dying, and then we got Van Gogh paintings we can talk about.
Cartoon Network. Oh, fuck yeah. That got announced this week, didn't it?
Yeah, Cartoon Network is dying. Josh is no longer going to be able to watch his favorite shows.
Oh, well, I mean, you should be going out getting physical copies of the shows and not fucking touching any of the shit. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But like a lot of people, like I actually had listened to this discussion with somebody else who was like, if how's Cartoon Network failing? They had such good shows. It's like, if they had such good shows, they wouldn't have been failing, was my immediate response. And I looked at what Cartoon Network's recent catalog of new shows were, and I'm like, it's actually not that good. I think like the last good show they had on their series was Greg.
World of Gumball was pretty good.
Gumball's still going, isn't it? Hang on, I'm gonna look that up. World of Gumball.
There's been a.
Oh no! It only just ended a couple years ago, actually. It ended on 24th of June, 2019. So that ran for basically 8 years. So Adventure Time ended a couple years ago. You have what Adventure Time?
Steven Universe ended.
Steven Universe was
pretty quick. Steven Universe.
No, it wasn't even
mediocre.
like the moment you actually sat down and thought about some things about that show got really bad. What is Adventure Time?
Josh, what's a show that you like
from Cartoon Network?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the avenue of Cartoon Network. If it's like, kind of for, let's say for the early teens and like such, kind of like before Teen Titans were turned into Go, and before actually the Wonderful World of Gumball was a fun show. I like that one. There was also Craig of the Creek, which I kind of watched some snippets on YouTube, and I'm like, man, this show really looks fun. And it's like that idea of what you're like when kids are doing, play pretend and stuff like that, and all these kids are gathering in the creek area because that's where all these houses connect, and it's like their giant backyard. So it's like, so it's basically these kids that are just going out in this creek forested area, and they're all just having fun in like this kind of forest area, and also doing kind of like imaginative playtime type of thing. And yeah, it's just a story of Greg discovering things in the creek and doing these like and all the discovery of like who's there and who does what and whatever.
I mean, here's the sad thing about this thing happening is like, I remember growing up with Cartoon Network. I remember Johnny Bravo.
Yep.
I remember
Urge to Carry a Dog. I remember Doug, Samurai Jack, Grim Adventures of Billy Maddie.
Yeah. I remember all of these shows.
I remember. Actually, I was going to say Cyber 6, but I'm
Kids
like,
Next
hold
Door.
on. That was
Cyber 6 is Teletoon. That's why you're thinking. Also, Cyber 6 is a great show.
Kids Next Door.
It was kind of good, but it got canceled super hard.
Didn't Kids Next Door appear on Teletoon?
Yeah, Cartoon Network and Teletoon were... Teletoon was Canada's. That's the reason why we didn't have access to Cartoon Network. That's why you could watch Cartoon Network shows on Teletoon. Like Scooby-Doo. Like, Cartoon Network's really old. Like, Cartoon Network, I think, is... Oh, my God. Cartoon Network.
And then there was some of the shows, like I think Samurai Jack was on YTV.
Oh, Samurai Jack was on YTV, yeah. But again, YTV is a Canadian company. They're based out of Toronto. They were based out of Toronto. I think they moved to Vancouver. They were based out of Toronto for the longest time.
I know they were based in like Ontario, Toronto area, but I had no idea they moved.
I think they only moved a couple years ago. I should look that up. YTV. Because you gotta remember that's the name. Founded in 1988.
I just remember like there's so many shows that I think of like when I think of Cartoon Network, I think of like stuff like The Kids Next Door.
Oh no,
and like
they're still
Johnny
based in Toronto. I thought they'd moved.
Oh God, Johnny Test.
Yeah.
Oh my fuck off.
Oh God, stop.
Fucking degenerate. Holy shit. Like some of the fucking like ideas of that show are fucking dumb.
Yeah, like I mean, to be fair, that show had some fun to it that I kind of liked, but at the same time, I was like, man, this is kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying.
The thing that makes me upset is like, I used to really enjoy watching like Scooby-Doo and Flintstones and Looney Tunes with my dad on like Teletoon.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to those shows?
Well, that's the thing.
And I think it's just going to move over to streaming services at this point. But then even that is like, all right, kids, pick the 3 streaming services, pick the 3 that you want, and that's all we're getting. Yeah. Like, that's another thing. It's like you're not necessarily going to get that hook to a channel, play what's on that channel.
Gumball, Adventure Time, Ben 10, a regular show, Teen Titans Go, Steven Universe, Cowardly Courage, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Chowder, Teen Titans, Powerpuff Girls, We Bare Bears, Grim Adventures of Billy and Maddie, of course, Rick and Morty, but Rick and Morty technically doesn't belong there. Fosters, Ed, Ed and Eddie, Kids Next Door, Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Begins, which is an old movie. Dexter's Laboratory, Craig of the Creek, Clarence, Uncle Grandpa, Ninjago, Total Drama Island, which is the one that fucking surprises me because I know that's a Canadian company. Like that. Johnny Bravo, Mad, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You, which is a fucking phenomenal fucking show to go back to. Like, that's
a
the
good
OG version. That's from 1969 to 1978. That's that version. That's OG.
That's the one I grew up with.
Ogie and the Cockroaches, and I remember that one actually, but that was like those were a bunch of little shorts. The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, Samurai Jack, DC Superhero Girls, we don't talk about that one. Over the Garden Wall, a really good show. Pokemon for a couple of years, but that doesn't really count. Infinity Train, Generator X. Generator X was actually a pretty good show for what it was. Victor Valentino, some of these are the new ones. Summer Camp Island is another new one. Camp Laszlo, Mau Mau, Total Drama Rama, which is the fucking kid version of fucking Total Drama Island, so it should just be immediately disregarded. Apple and Onion, which is another new show. OKKO, Let's Be Heroes, which I hear was also a really good show. Looney Tunes from 2011 to 2013, which was fantastic. Ben 10 Omniverse, which was just a fucking remake of the original show. Totally Spies, which is still fucking going. Yeah, Totally Spies is still fucking going.
It's still a show? That's amazing.
What the fuck?
Peppa the Pig, Ben 10 Alien Force, Cow and Chicken, Tom and Jerry, and I think as well as Peppa Pig, but I'm not sure. And yeah, apparently Peppa Pig's been there since fucking forever ago. And I know that's not all of them either. I guarantee you that's not all of them.
Yeah. It's just
it is
depressing.
But at the same time, I think it might be best that it goes.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that like right now Cartoon Network has run its course, and plus like this is also Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers right now is doing massive restructuring, implying that Warner Brothers is going, hey, hold on guys, we're not making enough money. We need to change our tune to start making money again because we're not making enough money.
All right, so let's move on to this next dumb thing that happened. Like, holy shit.
I hate it already. Well, hold on. I want Josh's final opinion. Josh, are you sad that... Josh, what's your opinion on Cartoon Network?
I mean, cable's dying. So
is streaming.
It's gonna happen one way or another.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's so many streaming services to the point of like people are just going to pirate it. So it's like, of course that's going to die. Like...
Yeah,
people who make TV shows are going to have a hell of a time trying to put their shit somewhere.
I would honestly rather have one streaming service.
I mean, here's the thing. There should be a service that's almost close to TV, but it's just on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, that's what should happen. But it's not, because everyone's greedy and no one wants to agree.
Yeah.
So we're never going to have TV back. Streaming services can be drilled down to the bare minimum, and it's going to be that. And maybe your random offshoots.
Yeah, I will say this, though. I do enjoy the new Beavis and Butthead on, how how do I say this? The new Beavis and Butthead on the actual Paramount Plus. That's pretty good.
Ah, I've heard that was good.
Yeah.
What else? I like. I wouldn't mind if it was just, hey, here's your streaming service. These are the cartoon shows. Hey, like it's what Netflix was for the longest time, actually.
Yeah.
Back before, but then again, fucking Netflix. Netflix was an oddity back when it initially came out. I actually didn't buy into Netflix until like a couple of years ago. And even then, the only reason why I bought into it was because I wanted to fucking watch Agretzko, and that was it. Unironically, I bought it for one show, and as of January, when the last season comes out, I won't be paying for it anymore. I'm gonna be like fucking cutting it off because I don't use it anymore.
Just watch Cyberpunk.
I heard it was good, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a dumb thing. Josh, look at the chat there.
Oh, it's that
general.
stupid tomato throwing paint thing.
All right.
Yeah, I saw that at Reddit too.
All right,
and
so
that's
I'm going to give you guys a quick fucking rundown on how fucking stupid.
Before you do, can I read the topic headline?
Go fucking ahead.
Jeff Big mad about idiots throwing tomato soup on Van Goghs. Luckily, there was glass protecting it. Allan, go ahead.
Well, there was glass protecting all of it, except for the fucking frame.
Yes.
oh, that frame's probably just as old as the
I don't
painting.
think it's the original frame stuff like that. But then they glued their hands to the wall. So this group, Just Stop Oil, was a branch off from Extinction, but like you could like I actually watched a video on this, like explaining where this group came from. And it's actually pretty fucked up. They're like, it's almost like a really like cultish behavior thing. They keep reinventing themselves. They keep garnering new press. They were for a while Insulate Britain. Then they're of course right now Just Stop Oil. They had, I think there was something else. Like they've had like 4 or 5 names, and they're like the same group of people too the whole time. And these people, like, all they're doing is just trying to get attention. Which, honestly, the next time they do something, you know what you should do? If I was in charge of them, I'd be the police and go, all right, you're stuck inside the museum. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
And I'd have a security guard, like, because the security guard has to stick around. And all I'd do is just turn off all the lights and have the security guard sit there with a light on and just sit there and watch them the whole night. I just have and be told, don't talk to them. Just let them.
Put some soil in, nearby. Make sure they have food.
No.
Here's a bedpan.
I wouldn't.
No, we can't have them pissing on the floor.
Well, if they piss on the floor, that's just that's damaging property. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, geez, you stuck yourself to a fucking wall in a museum, and now you think you're gonna get like they should be fucking thrown in jail without the key coming back.
Yeah, basically.
Like, holy shit, these kids are dumb. But oh man,
I have a very similar point of view, but this is to me the cultural decay shown in plain view for everyone to see, and people like this exist. They walk around and they seem to think that history is not important. There is a better way to get your point across than destroying a priceless piece of art. Attempting to destroy a priceless piece of art. There is a lot better way to get your point across than attempting to destroy a priceless piece of art. But right? This is just pure idiocy. This is literally people who just don't give a shit about history and are going to be doomed to repeat it. These are people who want, in my personal opinion, they want to live in suffering. They don't want to live their life. They want to, like, be told how to live it. And, like, they don't understand what their actions would do. Like, let's say that the country of Alberta or province of Alberta and every country, Saudi Arabia, stopped producing oil, okay? And the reserves ran dry and everything went to shit, okay? 60 million people would most likely die.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum. That's the rough estimates. But my mom would die. So would my dad.
Actually, something else has to be added into this. That's actually funny. The reason, from what I understand, is I think they tried to target. They tried to target the oil paintings specifically. Yeah.
What?
Think about what I just said there. Just stop oil targeting an oil painting.
I was gonna say I thought they're because they're called "Just Stop Oil."
They're trying to use it as a statement, but as one of my buddies put it in another chat, is they think like oil paints are made from linseed oil, so but like they shouldn't even been allowed in the fucking museum. Like at this point, they should be brandished as like a terrorist group or a terror cell. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't even say that. Like, just like a.
I wouldn't call them terrorists.
They're starting to get to that point where they're trying to like attack. They're trying to attack cultural icons. So what I would probably do is go, yeah, cool, no. So long as these people exist, these are their names. They aren't allowed in any fucking museums with anything anymore. Period.
I wouldn't allow them to even go to a hot soccer game.
Well, I mean, one of them tried to put lit himself on fire in front of a Starbucks tennis game. That happened. Yeah, that happened.
He did do that. Yeah. It's almost as if these people are in a death cult or something like that, you know? Yeah.
But that's fuck off. I've seen that video fucking already, you motherfucker. I've had that linked to me by 4 different people now. Go fuck yourself. Just so the audience knows, Josh's got there's somebody who's playing a fucking Mii game but they put it to the sound of fucking the Sephiroth theme, and all it is it's a fucking horn version. It's a trombone version, and it's a fucking obnoxious thing. And like it makes a song that's really fucking cool go to be fucking really bad.
I just love in the video they get to a point where Sephiroth is on a trombone, but it's super fucking long for no reason.
It's great.
It stretches across the whole screen. It's so good.
Josh, fuck you.
It's so good.
I love it, but fuck you, man. Fuck you. I want to be mad at something else.
Oh. So
can I just make my final? I'll just make my final point. These people should not be. I mean, these people shouldn't be allowed anywhere near anything. And these are people who should not. I say this I don't say this lightly, but they don't want an honest conversation. It's very obvious they don't want an obvious conversation. So maybe we shouldn't be having our conversation with them. They can scream at a wall. Let them scream at a wall. And that's pretty much my only opinion on it. It's disgusting what they tried to do to a priceless artifact that, you know, if it was destroyed, we would never ever be able to get back. It's not like the Banksy painting where it being actively shredded was a form of protest by the artist. This is an artifact. The artist is dead. He can never come back. Banksy. Red balloon. Girl with red balloon, I think it's called. It had a shredder built into it, and as the painting was up for auction, literally the painting just starts shredding itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Banksy's girl with red balloon shredded at auction.
Yeah. Like, if it's the artist doing it, I have no problem with it.
Weird thing to do. Love is in the.
He didn't want his paintings ever to be.
Whatever. But that.
He never wanted his paintings to be auctioned.
His whole message behind his paintings is kind of. It's like anti. Guess he doesn't want, like Jeff said, don't want to be sold or anything, but people are trying to.
He didn't want he would produce a painting for somebody, and he's a really good artist. You can tell, like, he's a wonderful artist. Like, he's up there with Da Vinci, Van Gogh. He's a very good artist, and like he beats most modern artists by a fucking mile.
He beats a lot of artists.
He's like long. Yeah, and like he's really good. And like he would make a painting for somebody and give it to them and take the money and walk away. And then a couple years later, the guy would put it up for auction and make 20 times what he did the painting for. And it's like a really telling statement on the art community, because Banksy was like, no, if you don't like the painting anymore, then just put it in a museum. So, I don't know. Something like that, though, really does increase the price of the painting, however, if that makes sense. Yeah, like I think it's actually gone up in price since then.
It's it was auctioned at $22 million. I think it's actually higher now.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else to talk about this week?
So, unless Josh wants to talk about the trombone game, but I don't think
he really cares. I think he's just posting a big fucking meme.
I've seen gameplay video and everything, and that's really all you need to see with the freaking video game about the trombone hero.
Advent One-Winged Angel. Fucking Christ.
I just love the thing I love about it is that like people are kind of catching on and start making more mods / meme shit about it, and I'm like, that's exactly what that game is. You need to meme the fuck out of it, or else you're not doing it properly.
I don't know. I kind of want to buy it. I kind of want to buy it and then stream it.
I mean, it's hilarious, and it has a little bit of depth to it, at least. Like, you can buy packs. There's, you can get cards. The cards do something special. Mm-hmm. There's hidden aspects to the game, which is kind of surprising. That it's like, oh wow, there's something to do other than just a rhythm game with a trombone. Mm-hmm. I just wish there's kind of more music selection, but whatever. This is really a meme game, so therefore it's gonna be like, oh, you play this for maybe 2 hours, 3 or 4, and that's about it.
Yeah. I'll look into it. I also need to play Thumper. But I think that's a podcast. Alan, do you think that's a podcast?
Yeah.
Josh, do you think that's a podcast?
I think so.
Okay, I'm going to go take my dog for a walk, and I'm going to we'll play video games. Maybe we'll play video games later. I don't know. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Alan, for hosting this wonderful show with me. You can listen to us every Thursday on blackmindgames.podbean.com. You also subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting app of choice. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye. You fuck.
Yeah, I'm a fook.
You piece of shit.
Such a fook.
You just want to like dunk on me or something like that, don't you?
No.
Holy.
I'm just a little distracted.
What were you doing?
Looking over my Magic the Gathering cards. And I'm like, ooh, look at these cards sparkle in the light. Ooh. I bought a couple of collector on Infinity packs. And the Galaxy foils, they look pretty good. Have that. Basically, it's the same foiling that the original Pokemon, the first edition Pokemon foils. Whoops. The first edition Pokemon foils, they actually look pretty much like the foiling. They look the same, so it's actually kind of neat. It's weird how they're using that same foiling from like the first Pokemon for now until recently. It's kind of neat or weird. I don't know. And as for this week, I don't know. I don't think I actually played a video game this week. Or if I did, it would have been, I think it was just Binding of Isaac.
Well, we got some topics we actually have to go over, and stuff like stupid shit we have to talk about.
Yes, I've been recording the whole time.
Recording? Okay, sync in 3, 2, 1.